Okay, so it says we're live, so we'll give people a few minutes to get in here. I mean, I'm okay if y'all go live on TikTok. I'm just saying.
Don't do that because then Prince ain't gonna pay attention to you.
Oh, okay.
Be like, I'm live on fire.
It is a little bit to keep up with y'all when you're on TikTok and on Scales' page. It's like, wait a minute, who's looking where? So let me just do this real quick since we're 37 seconds in and we got a couple people in here so far, but Facebook's been messing with us lately on who they let view our stuff. So, hey guys, welcome back to another episode with Road Dog Media Group. We're going live again, and we already finished up our 12 artists you should know by Christmas with Carl Ray. We just ended with that, and we ran over a little bit. But I am joined by these amazing officers, everybody's favorite cops of TikTok. So we have Officer Joshua Scales in the center here, center top. I feel like we're in the Brady Bunch here. And yeah, no, wait a minute, there we go. And then next to Joshua, we have Officer Prince. And then below me, we have Officer Ant-Man. And then we have below Scales, we have County Problems, North Carolina. And then we have under Prince, way down there, is K9 Dax. Hey guys, I'm so glad to meet you all.
It's good to meet you.
What do y'all, so, I mean, I've watched a lot of the videos that you all did when you all got together. And they were some of the most moving videos. And I think it's because it was just so genuine to watch you all interact with each other. And it's like they just naturally kind of happened. So was that kind of how it was when you all kind of all got together?
I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know a lot of these, well, all of these guys, actually, I had never met. I got invited to a meet and greet by Prince and Dax, and like I said, I never met those guys. But as soon as I walked in, it was like an instant connection. And like we didn't have to like, hey man, where do you work at? Where are you from? Like we didn't have to do any of that. It was just like an instant connection. So then we went back to the house and was like, hey man, we're gonna make some videos, And like the videos just kind of like just kept coming. And it wasn't like very hard. We didn't have to put a lot of effort into it. It was just kind of like, hey man, start the camera and see what happens. And that's what happened. Bro.
I'm not being rude by not looking at you all. I'm sharing it. I'm sharing the live.
Oh yeah, do your thing.
But no, I mean, because look, TikTok, when I first started, it was over the quarantine, kind of like a lot of people did, so that it passed the time a little bit. And then it was a lot of laughs, and I kind of felt like us older people were taking it over from, the kids, and I was okay with that. Although I'm probably older than everybody in here combined. Okay, maybe not combined, but I'm older than everybody in here. But it's been it was a lot of fun to watch Scales and Eudy kind of start this thing, and then I've kind of followed everybody else after it was after the meetup with Scales when all of you all, I was like, wow, if I wasn't already following somebody in this group, then I made sure I did, because it's very inspiring for one. And we all know the issues that are going on with police officers right now. And I've said this from the beginning with Josh and Kevin, that I don't care. I don't care what your skin color is. I don't care what you do for a living. I don't care. I just care that you're a good person. And in every field, there are bad eggs in every job. But it's so nice to be able to put some positivity on that. And I think you guys do that so well, regardless. And you don't seem to get drawn into the drama. And so I appreciate that, because I know with Josh, and I keep referring back to him because, like I said, I haven't been following everybody as long, but with a lot of his motivational things, there are days I don't want to get up, or days that I'm like, I can't push through this. And then, you all did the one around the fire pit. Some days somebody, I don't remember exactly how it was worded, that maybe somebody is there to be strong for you. And I was like, oh my gosh, yeah. And I think I texted you, Josh, and was like, you're kind of like that for me. So, but you all were in these videos, and I'm like, okay, I need to get to know these guys a little bit better. So, who wants to start? I know we all know a little bit about Josh, so we could either go top to corner about. Oh, and I do have my Just Love people on tonight, so I'm waiting, Josh. I need my other one, my
It's
one,
coming to you. I shipped it
my,
off today, so
my one with the logo, my bright green one.
it's coming. It's coming to you. I shipped it off today, so
But we've got everybody in here saying hi to you all. But
Hello.
Hey.
Prince, you want to start it off? So what kind of got you, what got you starting the TikTok and then staying with this positivity aspect of it?
What got me on TikTok? I was on a 14-day quarantine due to the fact that me potentially come in contact with someone who tested positive. So I had to stay home, and about that 7th day or 8th day, I was going crazy being in my house. Have to order food all the time, and not go out. So I'm like, ugh. And then one of my friends was like, "I'm on TikTok." I'm like, "What?" Dude. So the next day I was like, "Oh, it's really bored." So I hopped on TikTok, created a few videos and whatnot. My first one was that transition one from your normal life to your profession and whatnot.
Right.
That was my first like viral video. It got me around like 18K or whatever, something like that at first. And then next like 3 weeks or whatever, I was doing TikTok, and then I stopped, and then I got back doing it, and all of a sudden I just, I got to where I am now. Not because of me, because of the people who enjoy my content. Because I'm a positive person. I've always believed in treating others the way you want to be treated. Respect those, and you get in return. No matter how hard it is, or how hard life may be, you can be that bright spot for someone else. You never know.
Right.
You never know who's looking. So always be positive, and that's what I want to do. So that's why I have, positivity is the shh, and positive vibes. That's all about me, and I'm so happy to be a part of, the lives of these other 4 men, because our connection is uncanny. And I'll say this now. Thank you, Dax. Thank you, County. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Scales. You definitely brought a brighter side of what's going on in my personal life. So I appreciate you guys, and I love it. I see these guys, to whoever I get married in the future with, they will be in my wedding. So whoever my future
I'm the
wife
flower
will be,
girl.
Oh,
you just know I have like 15 groomsmen. So heads up.
like it's a package deal. Like it's a package
yeah.
deal. Okay. Well, hey, that's just, at least you're putting it out there.
Yes.
I mean, she should be very prepared for the fact that you come with all of this. And I don't think this is baggage. This is,
it's a lot.
Yeah.
Though.
I mean,
It's
it's
gold.
a lot.
It's gold. It's gold.
A lot.
It's a lot.
But imagine the motivation that she would have every day.
Yeah. Crazy.
So I just pictured her kind of walking into the kitchen one morning, and you're all sitting at the table doing and she's having a bad day, and you all just give her a motivation, like, it's okay, baby.
And you never know who might be in the house. Like,
That's
I
right.
in the house, and then I might leave somewhere.
We all got keys to each other. Yeah. Oh man, you got your key now.
Yeah. So
But
never know.
then she'd know she just had a built-in set of brothers then.
Yeah. Now you got all the
And if you're
one.
And if your kids ever misbehave, they can be sent over to Uncle's house.
Right.
There you go.
Exactly.
Hey, let's talk about why Aunt's sitting over there looking like a character from South Park right now, though.
Okay, let's talk.
Nah, man, I love you, brother.
Jokes.
See?
Oh,
John Deere Green.
But what's crazy though, how we connected. It was a mutual friendship between the little connection was I was close friends with Ant-Man, and Ant-Man was close friends with DJ. Sorry, correction, Dax, K9 Dax. And I know I went to Washington, hung out with Anthony. Like I said, me and Ant, we clicked like that from day one. And he told me about DJ Dax. I don't know why I love calling him DJ. I don't know why, but Dax.
Who is DJ?
I don't know. I don't know why.
It's like a disc jockey.
Yeah, man. He had some good records though at the house. So I think that's why.
I spin some.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. And actually, Anthony was the connection between me and Dax, and that's how. And Scales was the middleman between myself and Dax as well, and then County was the middleman between DJ Dax and Ant-Man. So it was a connection, that perfect web, So.
Okay, well, I'm just going to claim it now because there's no other girl in the videos. I'm claiming the spot for the female spot. I'm the sister. I'm the sister.
There it is. You heard it here first, people.
I'm the
Live and in person.
Welcome to the family. Y'all meet my brothers. Okay, Ant-Man. So what got you started with this? I mean, now last time when you were on a live, I saw you were cooking some chicken, and I had requested that you be cooking chicken tonight, and I don't see the chicken.
Oh, it's cooking in the back. I'm sorry.
Oh,
You
okay.
got a hot plate.
Okay. Every now and then, I turn around and shake the skillet.
Yeah, no, I was just delivering Christmas presents to some family friends and whatnot. So I left my 6th grade teacher's house actually. Amazing. She's 74. When I was actually a 6th grader, I wore the same pair of shoes to school every day as her, and she noticed it. And we did our school jogathon, and she took me to a specialty running store and bought me my first pair of like running shoes ever when I was a 6th grader. They were like $10. So she's been in my life ever since. So amazing woman.
Look, I didn't think this would be something I'd need tissue for. I'm just kidding. That's
but as far as like TikTok, getting involved with TikTok, I was working an overtime detail, and there's another guy there. His name's Brian, and he's very involved in like his community of the county that he works in. Similar to like I go and read in school and a bunch of other things like community oriented where I'm at. But I was like, we were watching TikToks, and we kept seeing all these cop TikToks. I'm like, man, I think it'd be so cool to do a TikTok, but I don't know, man. What do you think? And he's like, well, it doesn't violate any policies, so go for it. Why not? And I was just like, so we went through a policy manual, and I was like, oh, yeah, I don't. So I was like, let's get it. So I started creating content. Originally, a lot of my content, which I'm trying to get back to now, actually, was centered around my life story, right? Centered around trying to uplift people that have rough upbringings and rough childhoods to know that they can push through and make it, even when they're not surrounded by the best of people, but just trying to make those decisions, right?
Yeah.
So that was kind of my big push. Kind of like Prince said, I think the first time I'd seen Prince's content, I followed Prince, and then I duetted a video about his nephew, I believe it was, that was shot. And then we kind of connected. And he's friends with Officer KD, who then they had this kind of little friend group, and they hit me up and were just like, "Hey man, congrats!" And I was like, "Congrats about what?" I'm so confused right now. And they started they incorporated me in their group, and it was like full of great people and whatnot. And it just like me and Prince's friendship blossomed from there. Like he said, he came out and visited me through a mutual friend on TikTok. I met DJ, and I was like, bro, Prince, like, I'm going out to North Carolina. Like, you got to come up. like, you got to come up, meet DJ. And Prince came up to North Carolina and, like, flew to North Carolina last minute, met up with me and DJ. We all drove down to the Atlanta meetup where County came down with us, and it was a blast, besides me getting filmed in the car with my mouth open sleeping. But that's like fun.
You're welcome.
but yeah, but no, then DJ, I haven't had the pleasure of meeting Scales in person yet. We're trying to make that happen soon, but no, just through like FaceTime and stuff, like kind of like Prince talked about, just instant connections, instantly like feeling like those vibes, and just like we're all in this like the right reasons, right? We're all like, none of us are clout chasers, none of us are in this for the wrong reasons. We genuinely want to make a difference in people's lives. Like, and I've heard all these guys say it, like we don't take down videos or delete videos if they don't get enough views or anything like that, because whether a video touches 200 people and affects one person, or it gets 1 million views and affects 500,000, like it doesn't, like, as long as it hits that one person that really, really needs it, like that's what means the most to us. So.
Right. Which is another really cool thing about you all. I mean, I think that's because nowadays when everybody does want clout, or everybody's looking for it, or wanting to ride coattails of somebody else, or wanting things the easy way, you all aren't necessarily taking it that way. It's because I've seen some lives where there have only been a handful of people in, and the same energy and attention is given by you all to that handful of people as if there's many more people in there. And so I think that's really cool. It's a unique thing to see too. So County up next.
Pretty much just like everyone else. Like, obviously when COVID hit really hard, our agency was like, instead of going out there, as long as it's nonviolent, give them phone calls, take reports over the phone, So it was a lot of just driving around, checking neighborhoods like we normally do, but that was all we were doing. They didn't really want to stop in that many cars unless it was something serious or endanger the public. And randomly just made stuff. And me, like, just like Ant-Man said, for me, it was just like showing people dumb stuff we deal with, or funny stuff, or showing that we are regular humans, and just saying like, hey, this is like, someone doing it the wrong way. Like, I remember my first time, driving or whatever. But my agency's really hardcore with social media. Like, they just have a policy straight across the board. There is none. You don't do it. Yeah. So obviously, like a lot of people, like Ant said, they are about the clout and about the stuff, or wear the uniform or whatever. We don't care if we're in uniform, if we're at our buddy's house, if we're out and about. We're going to still rep, and like Scales' organization and Officer Eudy's organization, like we did that event on Sunday. And, I don't care if you're a cop, a nurse, or whatever, but to see those kids' face, like to get together and see those kids' face when they're giving those gifts, I don't care. Like, I don't care if I have 2 followers on TikTok. Like that satisfies me all day and twice on Sunday. It was an amazing thing to watch and experience, and I really appreciate Scales and Eudy to let me be a part of that. And but as far as all of us, I don't know. Like, I knew K9 Dax. We're actually close to each other. Our jurisdictions back up to each other. And then he was like, "Hey man, just come down to Atlanta with us." I was like, "All right, I'll drive down." And then I have Officer Ant-Man back there passed out with the braids and all, just mouth breathing and drooling all over himself. And I'm like, well, this guy's pretty cool. And then I had the pleasure of meeting Prince and everyone. And I don't know, it was like basically like everyone else said, it just hit off. We didn't care. We just think about stuff. We talk on a daily basis, FaceTime on a daily basis. And it's just one big family in our brotherhood that is beyond the blue, if that makes a better sense. It's not even really a bond of brothers for a badge. It's bond of brothers for doing right by humanity and trying to make a little bit of a difference. Like Ant said, if just one person smiles or gets that encouragement from one of our videos or a group video, that's all it's worth to me.
I mean, and that it's really, it does seem like a brotherhood beyond the badge. I mean, there's love behind the badge, but it's beyond the badge as well. So, hey, maybe we need to hashtag that too. Love beyond the badge.
Facts.
I'm coming up. Y'all better keep writing these down. I'm coming up with them. Okay. So Do I call you DJ? Do I call you Dax?
I'll answer by
We don't know who
either.
DJ is. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, who DJ?
I don't know why. he
Never
kept
met
saying
her.
Okay. So Dax. I'm assuming canine is because you are a canine handler.
I do. I work a dog.
Yeah, he's a
my story's,
Chihuahua.
yeah, it is. It's a domestic dog. We just run around and let people pet him.
Hey, don't say nothing about chihuahuas. I have 2 chihuahuas, and there's one I would put up with. I told Mattis, I told Mark, I said I would put my little chihuahua up against with Mattis. Now she wouldn't last as long. Mattis would kill her, but she would go at it just as hard.
They got heart. They might not be big dogs, but they got heart.
They do.
No, my story's kind of like all these guys. I was bored. I had nothing going on. I just jumped on TikTok and I started watching videos, and I was like, you know what, I can do that. And so I was kind of like Prince. I started with the white video, the transition video, and that reached like 80,000 views. I was like, oh, okay. And then I started getting into like the suicide awareness one, and that was 100, almost 200,000 views. And so I was like, I can do this positivity stuff. And then there's the groups out there, and they're all great. There's the different cop groups and stuff. And what's unique about ours is it's kind of like the guys have said before. It's a brotherhood. Like, we just instantly connected. It's funny you say that we're not like, we don't get involved in drama, but the harder we push, the harder it pushes us. And these guys definitely ground me. Like, so it's torn down walls. It's like trying to get in between everybody. But we're super close, and I'm glad for the brotherhood we did start. That one video that we just did for the domestic violence awareness is almost at 400,000 views, and it took less than 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It's just
Literally
so natural to all of us. Yeah.
Crazy.
I met Prince just kind of just talking, and then it's like County said, we're close. And Ant-Man, that was a whole nother situation.
Now it's a situation.
We met Scales, and it was just like connect. You know, I literally just gave these guys a key to my house. Ant-Man lives across the country. I shipped him one. I was like, this is gonna be a forever kind of thing, no matter how long this lasts. And so,
I mean, that's some commitment.
Yeah.
When you
Oh,
ask,
man,
when
like-
you ask,
Yeah.
Like, these guys are like 45 minutes from like the Atlantic
Like,
Ocean, and I am 10 minutes from the Pacific Ocean, and 10 minutes from Canada. Like, legit.
But you're never
like,
that far away in my heart, Ant-Man.
always
oh,
right here.
oh,
no secrets. Like, we are brothers. Like, yeah, man.
Yeah,
well, and I think people see it too, though. I think that's what.
It's kind of weird because we be like, man, I can't wait to hang out with you guys again, man. It's been too long, man. It's only been a week, but man, it's been way too long, man. Like,
bro, we at days. We're like days apart, and everybody's like, we need to get back up. We need to do something. Blah, blah. I got this idea, yo, and we're just texting.
It got so serious to a point where now I'm like I said, I told DJ, I'm planning on transferring. Exclusive news for everyone. I'm planning on transferring. Like, being around them is contagious. No, it's love. It's genuine love. It's not no gimmick. It's not no, how I say clout or whatever. We're not doing this for show. We
don't feed off each other.
know? So, for real.
And I mean, look, this is not the same. I don't mean to compare the two, but I mean, it is. You see this happen a lot on TikTok, which I think is a little different than some other social media platforms. Is that people genuinely end up with these relationships, whether it's, I've seen couples get together that never would have met if it weren't for the app, or friends become lifelong friends because of this app. And whether it be because you all wear the badge, or because you all, whatever, I think that we're all meant to, everybody's supposed to cross our paths at a certain time for a certain reason. And, I know that I was meant to get on TikTok when I did, and I was meant to meet Josh and Kevin when I did. And I, he is, I've told him this before, he is a brother to me. And it's not just because I want to have you guys on or whatever. I truly mean it. I'm like this, I'm now the sister and nobody can take it back. So, but because I don't, anything that anybody needs, I hated that we couldn't come down this past weekend. We wanted to so bad drive the RV down and because normally we're in an RV full time traveling the country. And so it would have been a great time to bring the RV down full of gifts. But somebody stole I'm going to say it wrong, but the catalytic
converter.
Yeah, I always want to call it the Cadillac converter. But
call it
somebody
a CAD converter.
It's the CAD converter.
That's not the way we talk in North Carolina, Brent.
Hey, he's bringing it up here, though. He's bringing it up here.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm bringing it up there. That's right. I'm bringing it up there. So get used to it.
Yeah, so I can't wait for that to happen. So I can't wait for that move to happen. And
when it happens, you're gonna get tired of seeing videos of all of us together. You're like, God, you guys are together all the time. Like, it's just crazy because every time we get together, we all stay up till 4 o'clock in the morning and we complain because we got to be to work the next day, or most of us, but we stay up till 4 o'clock in the morning.
Within hours. We have to be at work within hours.
Yeah, like 3 hours.
That's the nice thing about being on the West Coast. When y'all up at 4, it's only 1 o'clock in the morning for me.
That's why you get so much sleep. We all hanging out doing a thing.
Ant-Man be like, don't worry, I'm going to go to bed at a regular time.
Yeah. He looks so much more rested than all of us.
Like his skin is really nice. And he probably has amazing hair under the hat. I have the hat on. You've got amazing hair. I have a hat on because I just am too lazy to.
Did a Head and Shoulders commercial.
Just need a little slow-mo and a little.
And look, he had his mouth open and everything.
That's
just interesting.
Hey, I'm making that TikTok tonight. Head and Shoulders.
There we go.
So is there a meetup planned anytime soon? I don't like say where because then,
I mean, there's potentially one on like January 15th, potentially. So it hasn't necessarily been confirmed, but
so Jake is saying share the live.
Yeah,
so,
that's counting.
That's counting.
Oh, I was like, what? Okay. Now I got it. I'm thinking who's saying share the live? I was thinking I did already when you're telling me to share. See, I think he's sneaking out of the room. It's because he's going to see if we're going to talk about him.
He's watching he's looking on his watch.
What are they saying?
So we told a little bit about it. Like, why did you start your podcast and start your platform, everything?
Well, like I said, normally we are in an RV, living in an RV full time. And then when COVID kind of hit, because normally we come home for Christmas and Thanksgiving, and then COVID kind of hit, and it was like, well, all right, we'll give it a couple months, and then in the meantime, somebody took the CAD converter off of there, but they took a whole line of RVs in storage, and then I got the StreamYard to start doing interviews this way because normally I'm interviewing artists, musicians, or something like that, and but is that your mom, Scales? Is that Mama Scales?
Yep.
I guess Ant-Man didn't like what I had to say because he's gone.
He does that quite a bit, though.
Yeah, he does. He dips out.
Okay, so I won't feel so bad. But anyway,
he's not working off Wi-Fi, so if his stuff.
Okay. But when I came across, like I said, Eudy and Scales, it just was. There was just something that was just really special about the welcome back.
Yeah. I was trying to click on the chat to see who I'm on the scales with, and I hit leave. I was like, dang it.
But there is something very inspiring about watching you all, and watching what you all do, because not everybody these days will just hold a hand out for somebody that needs one. Not in a way of handing out money, but physically have a hand to say, let me help pick you up if you need it, or here's, you can't give up no matter what. And those things are important. Everybody's got a story to tell, and we all have stories that shape us to who we are. And then I think God comes in and says, okay, these people need to meet someday. There's a purpose for each one of us. And I think one of the things was I was supposed to meet everybody so that I could help spread the word, even though we don't have a huge format, we have one. And so it is always open to any of you, for any reason. And I, for one, am grateful to be able to watch the videos and get the inspiration that I get, or that I need on any particular day. So you all mean a lot to me.
Yeah, we appreciate that. And I mean,
For
you
real.
definitely mean a lot. Me too. I mean, I definitely, these guys already know because I texted them and I was like, hey, man, it's a tough day, guys. It's a tough day. And obviously every one of them said, hey, man, I'm here for you. And just to be able to, send a text out and just be like, hey, bros, I'm having a tough day, man. And then for every one of them to say, man, you can talk to us, and for them to call you on FaceTime and say, hey, man, what's up? Just talk to me. Man, that's just a great experience to have, man. And as you can see, it doesn't matter about our color because we got every color in here. We got white, we got black, and we got in between, which is that, man.
We got every color.
We got caramel.
So
Yeah,
we're well balanced.
Yeah, absolutely. But man, like just to be able to, call you, Laura, and just be like, hey, listen, this is what's going on, da 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 da. And for you to not, I hadn't even, for those of you guys that don't know, I hadn't even said anything when I called Laura on FaceTime, and she was like, what's wrong? Like, and I was like, yo, like, how you know something's wrong? Like, and I was just going through a tough day, like you guys know, man. So it's just great to be surrounded by great people. It's just great to, have the opportunities that we have. And, we talked about this, Laura, last time we did a meetup. It is for us, like, it's just like, we're just like normal guys. But then when we go out to meet and greets, people see us as like some type of celebrity, and it's like, it's just an amazing feeling, but it's a humbling experience as well. So.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't know how people could not see you that way. Like, I can't wait to be able to meet you. Just because I cannot wait to hug you, because we've talked, you know a lot about us. I know a lot about you, and I'm getting to know everybody else too. So it's like you build up these relationships before you actually meet, and some people think it's weird, like people older than me think it's weird that don't understand the social media stuff. But I mean, I think that there is true, genuine connection that happens in this world for specific reasons. And I think watching you all, you definitely can see that it's happened with you all. And I can't wait for more content too, and the next meetup or something, so that I can't wait till we can all be in the same place. So
yeah, hopefully COVID will get out of here soon. So we
yeah,
can do stuff like that. So
that would be great. So I guess we will stay tuned for more stuff from you all. And I can't, if you all ever have anything that's getting ready to come up or going on, or a special event or whatever, if you just want to come on and chit chat, we'll do that too. We're always here.
I know Prince can tell you more, but there's a family in Georgia that we'll all begin to kind of talk about helping. And I mean, Prince can tell you more about that because he's been in direct contact with that family. But Prince called me and was like, hey, man, I just went in this house, man. And like that house was horrible, man, like unlivable. So us as a group of guys, this isn't even necessarily a love behind the badge thing. It's just a a group of guys saying like, "Hey, listen, let's see what we can do to help this family." So that'll be something that we got coming up. And Prince, if you want to elaborate, bro, feel free to, man.
Yeah, so recently I've been raising funds for also for families, but there's one particular family where she resides in Georgia. She is a mother of four. She was previously a mother of five. She lost one last year due to medical issues. They all suffer from some kind of disability, or and she suffers from diabetes as well. And she stays in a trailer with her mother and father. Um, and when I pulled up to the house, I mean, I know I've seen photos before, but the photos did it didn't eat it. It didn't. I can't really just say it's a whole lot worse than what I expected. The living condition that they're in. And I really felt I got emotional because it's something I know that she can't do anything about it because she's at a point where her everything every type of help, whatever, she can't get it.
Right.
And the trailer's falling apart. They have no heat. I bought my follower fan base, everyone helped contribute and bought space heaters for the house. When I say I don't want to bring up anything about that particular house because it's their privacy, and I don't want to,
Right.
invade on that and make them feel bad. But when I say this family needs help, and it's heartbreaking. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want to say too much
Okay.
on live about this particular family.
So we'll talk. We can talk later, and I have some contacts in Atlanta that maybe can help. So
Awesome.
I'll message
Please.
you, Josh or Prince, and we'll figure it out. See if we can't get some of the people that we know to help you guys out with some of that.
Yeah.
So
Hey, there's a
Greatly
comment
appreciate
that
it.
just came through. There's a comment that just came through. I don't know if like it's your show, Lori. I ain't
no.
on this show.
I thought you were getting ready to
I
say what
can't
it
say
was. What,
Nah,
kind.
whose show is this? It's our show. Everybody's show. Like, I don't know if I'm on your show. You're
No,
on
you're in
ours.
control. You're in control of the comments.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
What's the goal of the
What?
group?
Okay.
So listen, I don't truthfully
Um.
like I don't really think we have a goal, completely honest. Like we never sat down and said, hey, this is where we want to be. Like it's just a group of brothers and we're just being positive. I mean, yeah, we do videos, but our videos are fun, like
Yeah.
I mean, as you can see in our videos, we have a lot of fun together, but there really is no goal. It's not like we're trying to become celebrities or make
Yeah.
money or
I think
anything.
I think if if you were to say there is a goal, like I think the biggest thing is just keep each other grounded. Like the biggest thing is be
Absolutely.
there for each other, continue uplifting each other. Like I've had some family stuff going on or whatever, and like everybody reaching out to me, like Dale's was saying, like, hey man, how's it going? Like DJ, like, hey man, I see you've been quiet. You seems like you've been distancing yourself a little bit. What's going on? Like, is everything good? Like, how's your mental? How's this? How's that? Right? And it's not even like pestering or badgering. It's like it feels like pure love, right? Like it's just like so. I think if anything, like the goal, like my goal is to always be there for every single one of these men and be that brother to them, so that I never have to go to one of their funerals. I never have to do anything that's gonna break my heart, right? That involves any of them.
Well, I think just
I'd say it's just more of like,
Right.
so like Dax kind of hit on it earlier. It's not really for us. It's not like, and it's nothing against any other law enforcement groups or TikTok law enforcement groups. It's not bashing them at all. It's great. They're doing great stuff. But for us, it was just more of, hey man, we're five guys that like to have a good time, vibe off each other. A brotherhood with the badge and beyond the badge, and it just kind of developed into, hey man, we're just some best friends to get together. And then it just so happens each individual person had their own, I guess, charities, and obviously Scales has the behind the badge with Eudy. And if we just come together, like if we come across a good cause, we'll throw everything we have into it, all 5 of us, and just crush it, whether it be behind the badge, Officer Prince's stuff, something for Dax, whatever. It's just, there's no real goal. It's just be there, be better, love everyone, and help out when you can. It's plain and simple. I mean, just be a decent human.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Is there's so much diversity in the
And
group, but so much commonality within each other. It's hard as Type A personalities to connect to other people, and it's unique in our group. We can all just pour our hearts out on our plate and go, "Yo, this hit me a certain type of way. What can we do about it?" And then we all brainstorm, we knock it out, we move on to the next thing. And that's why we got into law enforcement, right? Is to, and it's cliche, everybody's like, "Oh, help other people," but that's what we do. So we continue that through social media, and ultimately, and no offense to anyone, any of the followers or anything like that, these are my brothers, and even after TikTok, they're going to be here. I'm going to be there for them. And it's like Ant said, it's little things that get you through the day, and these guys have definitely done that for me. And I was at my worst point in where I could be as far as being alone. And I was told Prince and Ant, I've actually told all these guys, you seek these groups out to feel connected, but yet you can still feel alone. So when the group finds you, even as small as we are, you feel like you can take on the world, and that's how I feel with these guys. So that's the goal. We're just going to keep doing us.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Yeah,
that's a
say one
perfect.
thing as far as the word.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I feel like I see a lot of comments on my videos, whatnot. Can I be a part of your group? Can I be part of y'all? Can I join or whatnot? One thing I would say, we're not a group where we're like recruiting people or trying to bring people on, or why can't I be with y'all? This right here, what we have is something that's genuine, that cannot be recruited or cannot be. Oh, there'll be. It's not like that. We can't. We all different parts. All walk from different parts of the United States. And some way, somehow, God brought us together, and let our bodies be one. So that's one thing I want to get you clear with that. Like, we're not out here recruiting or people trying to join in. We're not doing that. It's a natural vibe where it's nothing but love, So.
Well, that's what these guys, like, I can say for like Scales County and these 2 law enforcement officers that was just killed on either side of, where we work. I got little kids, and I have full faith that these guys would step up if, God forbid, if something ever happened to me. And that's just where we're at. We're that close.
And like hitting on Chris was saying, like, talking about like we don't recruit or anything like that. Like originally, like it was the North Carolina trip with me, Dax, and Prince, and it was like us 3 in a group message, and then it's like we met County and Scales, and it was just like, man, like these are they're boys, like let's add these dudes, just keep like, and that's what it is, like, and that's not saying like there won't ever be another person in this group. Like if we meet someone and like we're all like, man, like this is a brother or a sister or whatever, like absolutely. But like as of right now, like these are our boys. This is who we vibe with. This is my family. Like,
and it's so cool to see.
Yeah, I mean, we let Ann in. He's a trooper, and so that says a lot. So
I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Right. I mean, that says a lot. But
trooper with braids.
Yeah, that's crazy too. But for us, man, like we end almost every call, every FaceTime by saying, "Love you, mean it." Like, so for a group of guys to be, you feel me? Love you, mean it. So for a group of guys to be able to look at each other and like say, "Hey, man, I love you, man," is like, I mean, it's just a crazy feeling because most guys they live by this standard of like, man, I'm tough, man. I don't really show no emotions. So for us to be able to be vulnerable with each other, it's just a whole nother level. Because I mean, I ain't even gonna lie, I can't even be vulnerable with my own father, So so for me to be able to be vulnerable with these guys, it's definitely a touching experience. So.
Well, and I
think the biggest thing for me is really, I mean, in law enforcement, like as Dax just said, it's tragic and it's horrific when you see an officer go down or pass or killed in the line of duty. But when, for at least me and Dax, the two officers that were killed one is my hometown and the other one touches me and his jurisdiction. So it was like it hit another close level that's like I could have been right there, or that could have been me, or what if he
Oh,
would have
yeah,
stopped
definitely.
there and he was stopped in my jurisdiction? Could that have been me, or vice versa, or whatever, indifferent? So as Scales was saying, I think for me, there's a brotherhood and trust enough to like, hey, if you go vent to your partner, your wife, your family, you can come to me and we can be that resource so you don't maybe make a bad decision or take your own life or go down a aspiring hill of alcoholism or drugs or whatever, and you can bring that to us and we can be that burden and be that rock for you to help maybe change that.
Yeah, and that's a really and it's important. I mean, because a lot of people do tend to a lot of officers, but a lot of military on TikTok and everywhere also are opening up about some of these struggles, and not everybody has that brotherhood or sisterhood to be able to lean on, and then they find themselves in some trouble and don't really know how to get out of it. So it's a great thing because you all do show that vulnerability, and I think you're right. It Scales. It is hard for guys to show that vulnerability, especially maybe if they haven't grown up seeing it, or if they don't know how to do that. But you all are setting a great example for young men as well to see that you can be vulnerable with your friends and with people that have your back. So I'm glad you all came. I'm glad you all. I'm glad that everything aligned and God had His perfect timing, and you all are now this unit of brothers that it's really cool to watch what you bring to social media for all of us to see. And then on the inside of it, it's really cool to sit and talk with you all, or watch the lives when there's not necessarily a structure to it, but that's okay because we're just watching you all be yourselves. And so that's really cool. All of it is really cool for me to see. And I know a lot of people, every comment that I always see is always something around the same. So I'm just going to continue to ramble, and I know we're approaching 10 o'clock. Well, for some of us, not for others of us.
It's early.
Somebody said, "What a different spin on breaking the stigma that is mental health." Yeah, because there does tend to sometimes be that stigma of mental health, and sometimes you all as officers are not supposed to have any problems with that, right?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to have any trouble with that.
Yeah.
So I've been doing it 8 years, and it took 8 years for me to be able to connect with these guys and actually start opening up.
Yeah,
I didn't grow
definitely.
up with being open. It's like I love my dad, but he was in the fire service. There
Yeah.
was never that like, let me tell you what I'm experiencing kind of thing.
True that.
So
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
I'm glad each of you has each other, and it is very cool to watch. Thank you for giving us a glimpse inside your lives on every now and then on TikTok, and I want to wish every one of you a Merry Christmas. I'm so glad that we got to spend some time together a couple of days before Christmas, and I don't put my Santa hat on for everybody. So.
Yeah. Before we sign off, for people watching, does anyone have anything that we can pray for them about at the end of this? Does anyone have anything that they need any advice or anything like that? Yeah. So
Okay. Yeah, we could open it up.
Yeah, and Jax, I know you did the video of you praying with your son the other night. So if you want to lead us in prayer at the end.
are you still throwing me out there? I mean, I will.
Got him.
I like the volunteering. Thanks.
So I guess, does anybody out there have anything that you would like for us to all join in prayer with you for or about? And if you do, you can put it in the comments there and we'll get it up there for everybody to see. If it's something you would rather keep private, you can message any one of us, and we'll get it to who it needs to get to. But So, not a prayer request, but happy holidays. Keep being amazing people. But yeah, if anybody out there has anything that you don't want to put in the comments for it to be public, you can private message us at Road Dog Media Group on our page, the message page there, or you can message any of the guys. And if we get it, we'll make sure we get it to them. So I will turn it over to you, Dax, then.
Okay. No. So let's bow our heads. Dear God, thank you for our connections. Whatever prayer requests or struggles that people are going through, I hope they learned something from tonight. It took years and years to be able to connect and to see your plan, and it's finally coming to fruition. And now that we're reaching out and touching people with the gifts that you've given us, Lord, I ask that you bless the people that are struggling and show them that it's just a matter of wait and let you take care of it. Lord, I want to thank you for an amazing group of people, and I ask that you continue to bless us and to continue to let us bless other people. And in your holy name I pray. Amen.
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 Hey man, I appreciate y'all boys for coming on tonight, Laura. I appreciate you for having us. It's always a great time when we all get together.
Yeah, I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a good New Year.
For sure.
Same to you. I hope you guys do too. And we'll have to, at the first of the year, I'm going to show up at a meetup or something.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, as soon as we schedule something, we'll definitely let you know.
Okay.
And we'll go from there.
I'll get the caddy converter fixed.
There you go. So.
All right, guys, make sure if you don't follow each one of them individually on TikTok, go do that. And keep up with everything that they have going on out there, because it's definitely, if you're having a bad day, watch some of their videos and you will definitely be inspired, or you will get up, or you will feel the need to reach out to somebody else and let them know you're there for them too. So I appreciate each one of you. I love you all, and Merry Christmas and have a great New Year. And we will talk again very soon.
Love you, mean it.
Love you, mean it.
Love you, mean it. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Mean it.
Everybody.